Christmas in Madrid. For the Spanish children, it's a time of great joy and anticipation. But it's not all tinsel and presents. I'm here because I've heard there are many gypsy children from Romania in this city, working as thieves. Wandering about the center of town, I see gypsy beggars and buskers. But there's something more sinister going on here. As I head back to my hotel, I see a girl hanging around the cash machine. She's no older than 13. At first sight, she appears to be begging, but actually, she's watching customers as they enter their PIN and approaches them as they're about to withdraw money. A police car drives by, and she flees. We follow. She's using a piece of paper to cover her hand as she tries to press the button for the highest sum available on the cash machine and take the money as it comes out. She's a distraction thief, one of the gypsy children that the police say make up a third of all the under 17-year-olds they have to deal with in the city. She's gone. She saw us. She's running away now. I'm heading for the outskirts of Madrid to try and track down some of the children who are stealing. One of my gypsy contacts has tipped me off that they might be living in a camp south of the city. Nestling between two motorways and an open-cast mine, this gypsy camp is one of Spain's largest. They live in plywood shacks. There are mountains of garbage everywhere. There's no sanitation, no running water. They use an improvised, crude wiring system to steal electricity. I'm supposed to be in a civilized European country, but the conditions these children are living in are more like the slums of India.
Most of us are ill, nearly all of us. If a doctor comes here to give us a checkup, he's bound to find hepatitis C or hepatitis B. There's definitely hepatitis here. They are ill, the children, tortured. Look at the state of these children. They don't even have trousers on. The Roma children are cleverer than any other nation's children. They are clever, but they are not in school because we don't have the means to send them there.
In amongst the piles of garbage, I meet a man called Zabar, who's skinning a stolen sheep for his neighbor. Zabar has lived in this camp for 5 years with his wife and 3 children. Leaving his share of the cutlets out to dry, Zabar takes me to the top of the hill to tell me about life in the camp.
This is our camp, where we live. 242 families. Everybody came here to make money, but it's not clear how. There are 500 children, and out of the 500 children, I don't know if there are 150 that go to school.
As we head back towards the camp, Zabar opens up about how his 2 teenage nephews are making a living.
They break into cars, steal car stereos and sell them for 20, 30 euros a piece, and they can live off that.
Zabar himself steals copper. His wife begs, and with the money they make, they're building a house in Romania. Until it's completed, they have to put up with the camp's dreadful conditions, which include the rats that roam everywhere.
They used to jump on us and they nipped my children's legs and hands. They were very aggressive. Now they've calmed down. We put concrete on the floors of the shacks and now they don't come in.
It's nearly 10 p.m. and a group of children are returning from the city. There are 3 girls and 2 boys, all under the age of 14. Zabar knows them.
Ai văzut toți copiii ăia care vin? Ăia vin toți de la furat. Serios? Da. Ăia fac bani. Ăia.
Și fac bani, chiar fac bani.
Păi fac dacă fură cu jacă, cum să nu facă bani?
Another day, I go back to the camp to try and find the children who go out stealing in the city. Daniela was in the group of kids I saw the other night. She's hanging out with Zabar's nephews. I take a chance and approach her.
La ce ieșit?
To beg, to steal. What we can't steal.
De la conturi, de la...
From cash machines. Who says we can't steal?
Păi și ce dacă mă...
So what if they look me up? Big deal.
Bă, cartela...
You put in your card, you type in your PIN, you take the card, we take the money. We take the money and come home. 400, 300, 600, sometimes 1,000 euros.
Mie mai ne pică...
When you go begging, you work until 10 at night and you make 50, 60 and you come home. But when you steal, you make 300 in one go. It's easier.
E periculos.
Ce?
What? Stealing? It's not dangerous. Seriously, it's only the police that catch us. They take the money, they take us to the day centre, and the centre lets us go.
Sunt minori și poate să...
They're minors. If they're under 14, they don't do anything to them.
Nu le face nimic.
Îi dau la mama să le...
I give it to my mother so we can build a house in Romania. But I hide some of it for myself. I give her 150 and I keep 150.
Suddenly, an argument breaks out, and they turn against me. It's time for me to leave. It's becoming dangerous. Next morning, I return to the camp. I want to follow the children into town and see if what Daniela told me is true. The only link between the camp and the city is the bus number 339. After 9 o'clock, children start to appear and head for the bus stop. We follow the bus into Madrid. They get off in Conde de Casal. We monitor the bus stop. Every day, we see children arriving with the women who beg in the city. One day, I see a girl who lives in the camp, wandering by herself in the center of Madrid. She looks about 13. I watch as she targets a woman at the cash machine and nearly succeeds in stealing her money. It takes 4 passers-by to stop her. The girl steals a scarf right in front of me and disguises herself. Then she hangs around a number of cash machines, ready to pounce. A security guard from the bank calls the police. They arrive swiftly. But after talking to her for a few minutes, they let her go. She skips off and waves to the security guard. I've spoken to the Madrid Police Department that deals with child crime. 95% of the children under the age of 14 they pick up for stealing in Madrid are Romanian gypsies. The police say there's not much they can do, as in Spain, children of this age cannot be held responsible for their crimes. They also tell me that many of the children are sent out to steal by their own parents. The police feel powerless because the punishment for those who exploit their children is very light. It's Christmas Eve, and the Romanian gypsy band is entertaining the families who are out with their children, enjoying the street performances, the extravagant light displays, and the decorations. But 10 miles away, in the gypsy camp, things are different. Here, children are gathering around the fire and are trying to make the most of this day.